quickly. I'll show you. So you can see my tiger lotus that's obviously all upside down. This tiger lotus at the back here was not planted. This is just where it's decided it's going to send out a new one. So I've got maybe two there, because this looks like a completely separate one on the left and the right down there. So shows the health of that tiger lotus. I do also find a little leaf just down there. So this tank has been doing really well, but I want to change. So we're making a change. Time to clean it up, get rid of all this watermarks and algae and level that out a bit. Whilst everything's nice and happy in here, and I've got all my hardscape and stuff ready to go. There we are, nice and clean. Ready to rescape. That's what I'm thinking for hardscape. Lots of rocks, some bits of wood. I'm not sure whether it's missed one piece of wood and it's back by the thermometer. I mean, chances are that's where I'm going to be putting the monstera. I'm not sure if that looks a little better or not. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It looks pretty busy. I've got quite a bit of space here for planting of my stems and stuff, and I can just dot other plants in all these gaps. I'm feeling like I might need another rock on there. We'll see. plants in. As you can see, let me zoom out. There we go. So this is the mama red lotus, little tiger lotus that's came out of it, and another one over in this corner, right at the back there. Just there, you can see it. Just there. So I've gone for this sort of, I don't really know what to call it, but it's sort of pebbles and rocks really. Which initially I was thinking like river, but now I'm looking at it with all the plants and the big bits of wood, I'm sort of get like a rainforesty vibe. But I think when everything stands up, all the nephilia in the back and the lotus leaves come up, I think that'll look a lot better. And once this monstera, being that I've swapped sides, it used to be over here, once that starts to grow that way a bit, I think it'll look better. The next stage is to fill it up. So got it starting to fill, which that's just a hose. And as this is upstairs, the other end of that there's a submersible pump, and that's just in my bath. And I've just got the water filling up and pumping out. And once it reaches a good height, I'll get the filter back on. Now I haven't actually touched inside the filter, so all the media is still in there, which means all that beneficial bacteria is still in there. The substrate's the same. So when that filter's running, basically just like doing a big water change essentially. So there is still some risk with that, but it's better than if, you know, the filter parts were all brand new, the substrate was all brand new, and there was absolutely no beneficial bacteria sticking around. So about halfway full now, which is good. Not quite high enough, I'll probably want it to about here before I turn the filter on. But he's filling up nice and slowly, so it's filling up fairly clear. All this is just a sort of crud that's been left, which what I'll do is when the filter's on, I'll give it a little waft, and the filter should pick that up with a bit of time. And then I can get it running for a little while, and I'm pretty good at getting the temperatures quite right, so I'll let it run for a little bit just so the temperature can sort of figure out where it wants to be, and then I can get the fish back in. But this, I thought would be worth mentioning that it can be done on a budget. So all these rocks, these are from a garden centre. Just, you can buy a big bag of cobblestones, and alright, some of them aren't the prettiest, they're just pretty basic, but some of them are, and I find these are really nice ones here and here. It's got some really nice design pattern on it, whereas these rocks here actually came from a beach. I just saw them and picked them up and brought them home. And the wood, well, the wood is a bit more specialist. You might be able to get some in shops like the Range or Maidenhead's or your local fish store. And the plants, well, once you've had them a while, they start giving you more, like my tiger lotus has. I've ended up with 2 extra plants out of that, one little one there and one in the back there, so can't really complain at that. And I mean, this tiny Anubias there, well, I say tiny, it used to be tiny, not so much now, it's massive. And everything else is all just doing great in this tank, and I think it's down to that light mainly. But yeah, I'll cut back in a minute when she's full. So here we are, all filled up now, all ready to go. I just want to give it a little bit of time to cycle, just to run through, take some of this murkiness out. I mean, it's not horrendous actually, it's done quite well, but just give it time for it to clear up a little, and then I can get some of the fish back in. Some of my fish from in here, which were my baby butterfly cichlids that I actually bred, and I put them in here to grow out a bit. I had 9 in here. I've got to a good enough size now they can go in my bigger 200 litre tank, so I'm going to take probably most of them out and put them in there downstairs, and I'll probably just leave a couple in this tank, and this can be where they stay forever. But looking good. I'll get some shots of the fish going in as well, and that'll be how I end this video. But please make sure to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you very much. back in, apart from the ones that have gone downstairs, which is some of these. I've left 2 of them up here, and the others have gone downstairs. But when these went in there, they were really, really, really small. Yeah.